While I was laying in a hospital bed, literally fighting for my life because of work stress, my boss was busy planning one thing: how to throw me under the bus and get me fired to cover up her own failure. Yo! Welcome back to The Plot. Stories by you, for you. Today's story is about Layla and her boss, Clara. Before we dive in, grab a snack, a drink, or both, and let's get into it. Over to you, Layla.
Hi, I'm Layla, in my 30s, and honestly, I've been a people pleaser most of my life. I've been in marketing for over 10 years. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to bosses. But this one, she was on a whole different level of toxic. This happened about 5 years ago.
Clara, in her 40s, was the VP of marketing at this mid-sized firm. She joined after I'd already been there for years, and the rumor mill said she was like the fourth choice, hired just to keep the shareholders happy.
I was a manager under her, but I was basically doing her entire job: product launches, sales, ads, budgeting, reporting, you name it. I was doing all the heavy lifting. I even had access to her email and was sending replies for her just to keep the ship from sinking, while she'd roll in after 10 a.m. obsessed with business lunches and planning office parties. Honestly, that's just straight up exploitation. Doing stuff that isn't in your job description just because you're scared of your boss? That's a trap. And let's be real, we allow this to happen when we say yes to things that aren't our business. Word of advice: if it's not your job, don't touch it from day one. Anyway, back to Layla. I kept wondering why our budget was going toward parties when we were short on actual resources. Clara would make me borrow from next month's budget to cover her overspending. At the end of every month, she'd make me tweak the numbers to make everything look fine. Working 12-hour days, even on weekends, finally broke me. I ended up with blood poisoning and landed in the ER. The doctors and my husband told me straight up, it was pure exhaustion. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Killing yourself for a job that isn't even yours. You end up working overtime for free and paying for it with your health. Shaking my head. Let's keep going. While I was recovering, I was checking emails on my phone. I saw flowers from the higher-ups, which was nice, but then I logged into Clara's email to file a receipt, and I hit the jackpot of bad vibes. She was complaining to her friends about me being sick, wishing I'd hurry up and get back, and lying about not finding files that were literally right in front of her. But the worst part? She was asking for advice on how to save her job because sales were tanking. In those emails, an old buddy of hers suggested she pin the whole sales failure on me. Since she couldn't fire me while I was on medical leave because, hello, lawsuit, he told her to dig for any dirt on me, like stealing or mismanaging resources, so she could make me the scapegoat and kick me to the curb. This is why nobody's gonna thank you for going above and beyond. When things go south, they'll take all the credit and give you all the blame. I can't stand bosses like Clara, pure narcissists. But again, don't let people use you. I know I'm ranting, but this stuff really gets to me. Back to the story. When I got back, Clara acted all worried about me. But then she stripped me of my budget powers and told me I couldn't talk to accounting or HR anymore. She thought she had me cornered. Little did she know, I was tight with Lois, the head of accounting. Instead of backing down, I went into beast mode. I gathered every email where she plotted against me, copies of the old budgets she'd edited by hand, and even her threatening texts. I handed the whole black book to Lois and told her Clara had forbidden me from talking to her. Lois caught the vibe immediately. Within a week, Clara was fired. The CEO personally apologized to me and gave me a paid vacation. Fast forward to today, I'm a successful sales director at a great new company. While I was going through resumes for my team, guess whose name popped up? Clara. She'd fallen off hard. She even had the nerve to list my past wins as her own. As someone who likes to see people do well, I've never felt more satisfied than when I hit that not qualified button.
I thought about calling her in just to see her face, but I kept it professional. A simple rejection letter reminding her exactly who I am was enough.
Lila's story is a wake-up call. Stay in your lane. Don't let a narcissistic boss like Clara exploit you. Lila's mistake was doing someone else's job, and she almost paid for it with her life. Remember, health and family first, work second.
As for Clara, honestly, getting caught and fired was the bare minimum. It's wild to be that focused on parties while the business is failing. Karma really is a masterpiece. The comments are open. What would you have done? Don't forget to like and subscribe to The Plot. See you in the next one. Peace.